Hey everyone, welcome to this practice lesson. So in this one, we're going to build a very interesting tool, very simple one, but interesting, that is going to tell us potentially how many days, weeks, and months and years we have left until we turn 90. All right, so the idea with this is that this is something I came across a while ago. And what it tells you is that it's basically going to tell you your life in weeks, years, and months. And it is very interesting because when you look at it this way, you always imagine you have so many years to live or something like that, and then, or months, or like even days. And then when you actually put it in this context of these like squares, it's not going to sound too much. And that's why I say it's a little bit dark, but I just thought it's a pretty interesting practice to build something like this. And, and that's what we're going to build. Now, the idea with this is that this is going to assume that you live until 90 years old. So that is basically what is the idea behind it. And again, you can just look at the years. For example, in my case, I put 99. So that's going to tell you how far you're in there. And then months, and then weeks. And again, it's just it's a pretty interesting perspective on life if you think about it. But yeah, I just wanted to have this make this for ourselves in Python, and that's what we're gonna do. And so what we have here is the practice file, as always, is in the resource section. If you click on it, you can go to Replit and fork it for yourself and start working with this. So what we have here, I already put the age for you. So essentially we're asking for an user input of the age, and we're just going to create your life in weeks calculator, but we're going to actually calculate again everything from the years, months, weeks, days, and all that stuff. So, and again, you're assuming that you're going to live until you're 90 years old. All right, so with that being said, let's get into it. So what I want from you is to obviously start creating this by yourself before you watch me do it. So I'm just going to give you some time, let you actually try to come up with this by yourself. It's really not that hard if you think about it. It's just a simple math problem, but think about it a little bit. Some context here. Each year is 365 days, and each year has 52 weeks, and also obviously each year has 12 months. So that's how you're gonna calculate everything. All right. So I'm just gonna let you try to build this, and then I'll start. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna start building this. I'm gonna assume that you tried creating this by yourself. Also, I'm gonna leave a link to this page as well, so you can check it out. So with that being said, the first thing we want to do is we're going to turn the age into an integer, because right now we're getting the age as a string, right? So we're going to turn it to an integer. So I'm just going to define a new variable. I'm just going to call it age int, and we're going to turn this into an integer. So age integer. There you go. So just like that, we turned it to an integer. All right. The next step is we're just going to get the years remaining. That's very, very important. So I'm just going to say years remaining. All right. So that's equals 90. So that's the maximum age, right? That's going to assume that we live until 90 years old. And we're going to say minus our age integer. So age integer, that's basically the number that we got, right? So the next one is we're gonna calculate the let's say years. We're gonna go with the months, right? So we're gonna say months remaining equals years remaining, right, times 12. So that's 12, right? 12 months. Very simple. And then we're gonna go to the weeks. So we're gonna say weeks remaining equals years remaining times 52. As I said, we got 52 weeks in a year. And again, we're not going to assume and with the days especially, we're not going to assume you count the leap years and all that stuff. And then we're going to say days remaining equals years remaining times 365. That's why I said, I'm going to assume we don't count the leap years and stuff like that. And also here, we're assuming that, you enter your age as an integer number, because people are not going to enter their age as 55.6 or something like that. You're just going to say you're 28, 25, 50, 90, something like that. Again, it's just how it is, right? We're going to assume that's how people are going to enter their age. So the next one is actually writing the message itself. So I'm gonna actually do something different here. I'm just gonna actually define the message itself in a variable. All right, so we're just gonna say message equals f, and again we're gonna use f strings. That's very important. You have, and we're gonna say brackets. Let's say you're gonna have years remaining, so that would be our close brackets. You're gonna have years remaining, years, and then after that we're gonna say months. Let's say, and then another bracket, months remaining, and months. All right, and then we say weeks. What else? So we can say weeks. Yeah, so we can open the bracket, weeks remaining, and weeks, and let's say days remaining. There we go, days. Perfect. So this is our message, very simple. And now I'm just gonna print this. We're gonna say print message. Perfect. So this in theory should work. Let's see if we made any mistakes. All right, so I'm just gonna run this real quick, and I'm gonna say my age is 24. Here we go. So it says you have 66 years, 792 months, 3,432 weeks, and 24,090 days. So this is the project, guys. As you see, pretty simple, and we just made it pretty quick in Python. So let me know if you have any questions about this, guys. Again, I'm gonna leave the links to access the project basic file for you in the replit. You can just fork it, get started working with this. Let me know if you have any questions, especially about f strings, because they're very important, and we're pretty much gonna be using f strings moving forward. All right, so let me know if you have any questions, guys, and make sure you practice this. It's very important for you to practice this, and I'll see you in the next lesson.